Yeah, we bad. Prophets is back on the battlefield. Look at the swag. All of these heathens be mad at me. I'm ready to teach, but they talking too loud with the blasphemy. I never blaspheme, but my armor bearer gon' blaspheme. Yeah, we bad. Prophets is back on the battlefield. Look at the swag. All of these heathens be mad at me. I'm ready to teach, but they talking too loud with the blasphemy. I never blaspheme, but my armor bearer gon' blaspheme. Precept and line, I'm breaking it down like a syllable. Miracles we do them time after time, proving that we are the spiritual. We be the pro, they the amateurs. Never surrender, we Spartacus. Warring from Purim to Hanukkah, cutting these heathen shoelaces and yarmulkes. Cut him up, cut him up, cut him up. Scuffers and muckers be running up, thinking that they gon' be sunning us. Never use guns, but we shut him up. Cut him up, cut him up, cut him up. Scuffers and muckers be running up. We be like, who the next runner up? We teaching the people, no stopping us. Yeah, we bad. Prophets is back on the battlefield. Look at the swag.
We're gonna do some Q&A in the MIA before we get to this. All right, before I start with these sisters' questions, brothers, y'all got questions? Any questions at all? No? All right. That was your chance right there. All right, so start with the quick ones. 1 Corinthians, this is supposed to be 11, 13 through 15. Let's go there. 1 Corinthians 11. All right. Who I got reading for me back here today? Do I got a reader? All right. 1 Corinthians 11. Let's start at verse 13.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11. Judge in yourselves. Is it comely that a woman praying unto God uncovered?
Read on.
Doeth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him?
All right, so a lot of people don't understand what that means. Go ahead. We'll go back to it. Read 15.
But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given her for a covering.
Check. All right, so we'll start back up at verse 13. Judging yourselves, is it comely that a man or that a woman pray unto God uncovered? All right, so the first thing you have to understand who Paul is talking to. This is where a lot of us have been lost all of our life trying to read this Bible. We did not understand cultural context, and we had no idea who Paul was talking to, right? So let's go back one chapter and let's see who Paul's talking to so we can get into our mind where he's going with that statement, right? 1 Corinthians 10, let's read verse 1 through 4.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1. Moreover, brethren, it would not that you should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea.
All right, turn his mic up, or come get one of these up front. But it says, moreover, brethren. That's the first thing you got to acknowledge. Moreover, brethren, right? It says, you should not be ignorant how all our fathers. He's speaking of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the 12 tribes, right? Our fathers, the patriarchs of the tribes, right? Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Asher, Manasseh, all of them were under the cloud and all passed through the Red Sea. So we all know, I pray we all know, that the Corinthians was not in Egypt with us going through the Red Sea. So obviously he's not talking about Corinthians, quote unquote, Greek people when we picture in our mind Caucasian people. They were not in going through the Red Sea with us at that time, right? Read verse 2. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And were all baptized under Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
And the cloud and in the sea. So now let's jump back over, go to 1 Corinthians 12, and let's read verse 1 and 2.
1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 1. Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. Ye know that ye were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led.
So he mentions it again. Brothers, you were carried away. Carried away. That goes back to 2 Kings 17, right? So one more, just to lay it on you. Here we go. Go to Acts 18, just so you know exactly who he's talking about, right? Acts 18, let's read verse 1 and 2.
Acts chapter 18, verse 1. After these things, Paul departed from Athens and came to Corinth.
He came to where?
Corinth.
Corinthians. He came to Corinth, right? Read on.
And found a certain Jew named Aquila.
Who was in Corinthians?
Aquila.
A Jew named Aquila. Well, now we understand why Paul keeps saying, brethren, brethren, our fathers, brethren. It was Jews in Corinth. Read verse 2 again.
And found a certain Jew named Aquila, born in Pontus, lately come from Italy, with his wife Priscilla, because that Claudius had commanded all Jews to depart from Rome, and came unto them.
So now we got the understanding of who Paul's talking to in Corinth. He's talking to his brothers, the Jews, right? So now back in verse 13, judging yourselves, is it comely, is it right, is it correct that a woman pray unto God uncovered? Why would he say that? Go to Numbers, right? Because remember, this is our people that have been scattered for a very, very, very long time. A lot of our people didn't come back to Jerusalem. Numbers 5, and let's read verse 18. Let's show how the daughters of Sarah walked around.
Numbers chapter 5, verse 18. And the priest shall set the woman before the Lord, and uncover the woman's head.
And do what?
Uncover the woman's head.
So when we was in our own land, following our own laws and our own customs, women had their head covered, right? So what he's bringing to the Jews that have been scattered for so long, have been living up under Greek ways, he's bringing them back to the ways of their God. The same thing we do with y'all in here today. Teach you how to come back to your heritage. That's what Paul was doing. Same thing we doing now. That's why he said, is it proper? So judge it yourself. Is it proper that a woman pray unto God uncovered? Right? All right, so let's go back to Corinthians. We'll deal with verse 14 now. Read verse 14. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 14.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14. Does not even nature show itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him?
Why would he say that? Let's see. Go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 6. Now, you have to remember, chapters were introduced later. This is, remember, these are called the what? The what of Paul? The letters of Paul. Letters don't have chapters in it. Right? So that is, those chapters is for reference for us today. All right, so let's read 1 Corinthians chapter 6, and let's read verse 9. Let's see what was going on during that time of these Greeks and Romans ruling. We all should know. If you watched anything that got to do with Rome, how they really got down, you know what was going on between them. Read verse 9.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. Know ye not the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate.
Nor what?
Effeminate. Nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
And effeminate. Can a brother raise their hand and tell me what does it mean for a man to be effeminate? What does that mean? Any brother know? Like him. What does it mean for a man to be effeminate? All right, just speak up. Qualities? Attributes. Okay, let's use that. You don't want no woman qualities. All right, attributes, right? Mannerisms is a better way to say it, right? The broke wrist, the switch in his walk, the over-obsessing of his looks, countenance, right? Nothing wrong with making sure you're on your P's and Q's as a man, but y'all know what I mean, where you taking it overboard. So effeminate nor abusers of themselves with mankind, meaning sodomy, right? So going back to 1 Corinthians chapter 11, he says, does not even nature itself teach you that it's a shame if a man have long hair? It is a shame unto him if he's doing what? If he's effeminate. Why? Why would he have to say that? Who, name some people in the Bible that had long hair? Raise your hands. Who is it, brother? Stand up. Let's call it out. Samson. Right? Anybody know anybody else? We always use Samson, but it was other people. Officer Samuel, who you got? Absalom, David's son. His hair was so long, he cut it once a year, and they weighed it, how heavy it was. Absalom, David's son, had long hair. Who else had long hair in the Bible? Who else had long hair in the Bible? This is why we got to study. Somebody going to get you on this. Why you got long hair, brother? You effeminate. You could be like, oh, dang, I don't know what to do. I don't want to cut my hair off. I know you brothers with them locks are. You be, whoo, Lord, it's like pulling teeth to get you to cut your hair. Nobody knows? Y'all caught up. Good old grandma Christian gotcha. All right, let me see what Paul got. What you got first? Who else had it? Stand up, man. Come on. You got the word of God. Stand up.
Didn't Solomon have locks?
Solomon? No. We talk about that. Nope. Let's give it to Zephaniah up here. Up front. Officer Zephaniah. What do you got? Nazarites. The Nazarites. Let's see how God felt about the Nazarites with long hair if he said they was in the midst of sin. What I want, Leviticus, right? Let's go to it. I think that's where it is. Or is it Numbers? It's number 6, ain't it? All right. Right after Numbers chapter 5. All right, so number 6. And let's read 1 and 2. And then I'm going to ask you a question based off of this.
Numbers chapter 6, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when either a man or woman shall separate themselves to vow a vow of Nazarite, to separate themselves unto the Lord.
So they vowed a vow to be a Nazarite, right? Jump down to verse 5.
Verse 5. All the days of the vow of his separation, there shall no razor come upon his head.
So if you don't cut your hair all the days of your life as under this Nazarite vow, what happens to your hair, brothers? What does it do, brothers? It grows long, right? It'll grow. All right, so it says, all the days of his vow separation shall no razor come upon his head. Read on.
Until the days be fulfilled, and in the which he separated himself unto the Lord. He shall be holy, and shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow.
He got to do what?
Let the locks of the hair of his head grow.
So it's going to grow long if you don't cut your hair. All right, so let's see. Who was a Nazarite? We had a Jeopardy. Hey, when we edit this video, put some Jeopardy music in there. Gotta study, brothers. This is why we tell you, you don't need to know all that right now, where you at in your walk. You don't need to know the mysteries in Revelation. Let Bishop handle those things. You study the milk, the basics. Shemaiah, name some Nazarites in the Bible.
I got one for you, Samson.
Samson, there you go. I was seeing if y'all was paying attention. Samson was a Nazarite. Go back and read Judges. The angel told his mother and father, he shall not drink wine all the days of his life, nor cut his hair. All right, give me another one. Who was another Nazarite? Somebody name, let's see, more Jeopardy music. Okay. Anybody ever heard of somebody named Samuel? Samuel was a Nazarite. Go back and read Samuel. Y'all like, huh? Go back and read the book of Samuel before he was born. What was told to him about his mother, Hannah, right? All right. Oh, okay. All right. You can turn it off. Turn it off. All right. One more. That's right. I hope y'all writing this down, not looking at me. Tell you, don't come in here and stare at me and just listen to me talk. Not your job to do this. Your job to learn and go teach. One more. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's go to the book of, if I go to the book, y'all should know it. Let's go to the book of Luke. All right, so who was it? Who was it, brothers? I went to the book of Luke. Who was the brother? Does anybody know? Nobody. Okay. All right. Let's go to Luke chapter 1. Let's go to Luke chapter 1 and let's read verse. I want to read verse 5.
Luke chapter 1, verse 5. There was in the days of Herod, the king of Judea, a certain priest named Zacharias of the course of Abiah, and his wife was of the daughters of Aaron, and her name was Elizabeth.
Her name was what?
Elizabeth.
All right, jump over to verse 15.
Verse 15.
Oh, hold on, jump down to verse 13.
Verse 13. But the angel said unto him, Fear not, Zacharias, for thy prayer is heard, and thy wife Elizabeth shall bear thee a son, and thou shalt call his name John.
Call his name what?
John.
Read on.
And thou shalt have joy and gladness, and many shall rejoice at his birth.
Read on.
For he shall be great in the sight of the Lord, and shall drink neither wine nor strong drink.
He shall do what?
Shall drink neither wine nor strong drink.
What was one of the requirements of a Nazarite, brother? Does any brother know? What was one of the requirements of a Nazarite? Eliakim, let's see what you got. Microphone.
He was not drinking.
Huh?
Drink.
Say it again.
Strong. He wasn't.
What was one of the vows of a Nazarite that you could not do? I'll repeat the question.
He couldn't drink.
You couldn't drink strong drink. You could drink water. You couldn't drink strong drink. So God is telling you, John the Baptist was a what? Nazarite. Okay. All right. Was John the Baptist righteous or wicked? Okay. All right. He's so righteous, Christ said, there's no man that's greater than him. And what's his name? Deacon Malachi brought it out in class too. So let's go. He's the second spirit that was created. That's another topic for another story. 1 Corinthians, right? We're back in 1 Corinthians. I'm not supposed to be on this.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9 again.
No, 1 Corinthians 11 and 14.
1 Corinthians 11, verse 14. Does not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him?
It's a shame unto him if he's got long hair acting how, brothers? There you go. All right, now verse 15.
But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given for her covering.
Now, all of y'all grandmas and great aunties that said, my hair is my covering, my wig is my covering. No, that's not it at all. All right. So it's going into, if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her. Why would a long hair be a glory to a woman, brothers? Let's see. Let's see who's thinking. Why? Now, don't get simple on me because it's the Bible. Why is long hair a glory to a woman? Y'all live on the same planet Earth I do. Come on now. Moses.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Would be considered her beauty.
Beauty. Why you think all these Israelite women won't weave in their hair? Because it's a sign of beauty. So why don't Israelite women get it? Not all of them, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The ones that got the ponytail that look like a fist. Y'all went to high school with that one girl. They had that knot pulled back, stretching out the edges. Halfway bald right here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Why don't they have it? Why don't they have it? Like him, because God's telling you it's a glory. He ain't talking about any woman. He's talking about the Israelite woman. Because remember, this is Paul talking to the Jews.
Because that's part of the curse.
That's the curse. Jacked y'all up for that. So now you want to say, my hair is my color. No, it's not. Isaiah 3:16. Let's go to it. Let's see.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16.
So any Israelite sister that, you struggling, get your hair grow, you better keep these commandments so the Lord can allow you entrance into the kingdom, return you to your former glory, get your long hair back. You ain't got to put all this stuff in it. All right, let's read 3:16. Let's start there.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16. Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks, and wanting eyes.
Wanton eyes means seductive, lustful eyes. You know that look, that freakum look y'all women be giving. Not y'all, talking about women in the world. Go ahead.
Walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet.
Because they had ornaments on their feet, right? Now, let's jump down to, read verse 17.
Verse 17. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head.
He going to smite with the crown of the head with a scab. Go ahead.
Smite with a scab the crown of the head.
There you go. That's the picture. That's the picture. Hers is a little bit longer, though. I've seen some shorter than that. Worse than that. Right? Okay. And the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. Read on.
And the Lord will discover their secret parts.
All right. Jump over to verse 24.
Verse 24. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And instead of a girdle, a rent.
You're going to be overweight.
And instead of well-set hair.
Instead of well-set hair.
Baldness.
He going to snatch that thing from you. So, sisters living a curse. Especially Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Living a curse. Wicked. All right, so going back to 1 Corinthians 11, why does it say that a woman's hair is her hair is a covering? It's because it's a sign of beauty, not that it's to replace your head wrap. Not at all.
Now they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are Israelites. That's right.
It's so hard to serve God. And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd. For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.